Hello Aries, welcome to your Serpent reading for the full year of 2024. We will start out here for January, go through our Serpent journey, and show you where you'll be in December of 2024. Sit back, relax. I'm going to deal out most of these cards in warp speed. You could sit and watch, or you can just click straight ahead to the reading. The choice is yours. I will see you on your journey. Hello Aries, welcome to your Serpent reading. I am warning everybody that takes part in these readings that I'm not a negative reader or a positive reader. I'm simply a truthful reader. So whatever I see, I am going to relay to you. So with that said, let's begin your reading. So it looks like you're entering the brand new year with some sort of cloud. You have a clouded judgment in some way. There's something that you believe that you're inaccurate about. This could be something bad or it could be something good. We'll clarify all that later. But you're going into the year believing something that may not be true. Okay? Here in February, you have the Seven of Pentacles with the challenge card, and the Seven of Pentacles is a card of hard work, and with the challenge card I'm thinking that you're going to be very busy doing something. There's nothing negative here. It just looks like it's a busy, hard month as far as work. You have a lot going on. Now this might pay off because in March you have the Page of Swords, which in this reading right now, I think this is an incoming message of some kind, and it's lucky. There is a sudden, it says there is a sudden change of luck, an excellent time for networking, and the Page of Swords is known to be a card of communication in many readings. So whatever hard work you're doing sort of pays off, and you get the message or the outcome that you desire here in March. Now, as we move on through April, it looks like you have the Ace of Cups, which is a beautiful card, right? It's a card of love. And you have opportunity and signs, and you couldn't ask for a nicer pairing there. It looks like you're going to have the opportunity for love, and you're going to see signs that someone, yes, truly loves you here. Here in May, you have the Knight of Cups reversed. And when the Knight of Cups is reversed, especially in a reading like this, where assert yourself is crossing it, or I would say supplementing it, there might be someone in your life that doesn't live up to what you need that month. I'm not saying that they're bad or that you have to get rid of them or they're never going to be any. No, what I'm saying is it says to assert yourself. So you might have to pick up the slack for someone else in a relationship temporarily. You might have to assert yourself in this situation. Here in June, we have the moon, and the moon is coupled with health. So in June, you may have something going on with your health, something that is just under the surface that you may not have seen or you may not have shared. It might be something you're keeping to yourself. This might be something like your mental health. It might be like all the stress is getting to you and you need some sort of intervention, professional help. I'm not saying, it's anything terrible, or it could be, that you need to go for some testing, but it looks as though in June your health is highlighted and there is something that's hidden either by you specifically or from you that comes to the surface that needs to be looked at. I wouldn't worry too much about it. When I get something like that in a reading for myself, I'm sort of grateful for that because it just makes me a little bit more vigilant. That's all. Here in in July, we have the Devil reversed, and we have commitment. So there might be something that you have committed to that was toxic. You know, a toxic behavior could be drinking, it could be drugs, it could be shopping, it could be being lazy and not going, you know, to the gym. For each of you, it'll be different, but there's some sort of toxic behavior here that you have made a commitment to stop. You have just said, enough, I'm not going to do that. Maybe it has something to do with this health thing that it comes right after that. So you make a decision to better yourself in some way. Here in August, let's look. Here in August, you have the High Priestess. And the High Priestess is obviously a card of knowing. If you've listened to any tarot at all, you probably know that already. It's strong Piscean energy, but it says change. And I can't help but look at this and say, okay, there's something to do with your health here. There's some change you make that's a commitment to yourself. I really believe this is a commitment to yourself. And then there is a knowing card here and change. So this sort of flows together if you look at it. And it's beautiful because whatever it is that happens, it forces you on a path to change something and you're successful. So remember I said don't take anything so badly. Just look at it like, wow, this is a great journey. This is something that needed to happen. So let's look at September. In September, you have the Four of Swords, which is a card of obviously rest, pulling away from society, relaxation. Sometimes it can be isolation, and it says declutter. So I have to say that this is a mental sort of thing where you are looking to declutter your mind. It really looks like you're on a journey of improvement here. It looks like you're just noticing the problems and you're tackling them. And when I see this, it says be fearless in the center. This is your vibe for the year. You have the year of the Badger, and it says be fearless and be bold. And I would say that that's what it looks like to me. It looks like you're definitely being bold, fearless, and you are correcting any problems that you come across, which is beautiful. Okay, so you have this decluttering that goes on in September. In October, you have the Three of Swords, and there is a reflection here, and that there is a relationship that comes to an end. Now, remember what I said at the beginning of the reading, and I didn't just say it to you. I'm going to say it at the beginning of every yearly reading. I'm not positive or negative, but I am going to tell you the truth. So yes, there is a relationship coming to an end here. It doesn't necessarily have to be a love relationship. It could be a friendship, but it is a relationship. It's not a job. But after careful reflection, something comes to an end, and it does cause you some pain. Now, in November, we have the Fates reversed and achievement. So there is some unfinished business here. This is pretty much the world, right? You have unfinished business here, and there is an achievement of some kind, right? It's difficult to explain. It's like you have this relationship that comes to an end, and when I say that, you have problems this month. You reflect on it, and there is something that may have come to an end after reflecting on it. You're in a lot of pain about this. But over here, there is unfinished business in this relationship, right? You've achieved something. And once again, I think there's a theme going on this year for you, Aries, where you saw a problem, you tackled it, you went through the pain. Perhaps it ended, but it looks temporary because you did not close out a cycle here. You've achieved something instead, which I think that it's an amazing testament to whoever's reading this is. This is really great. I really love the vibe here. Okay, so I am going to pull a couple of clarification cards. Now, this is a double deck of cards, in case you're wondering. I use a double deck purposely to see if two cards will come out. that are identical. So with your imagination clouding your judgment at the beginning of the year, yeah, you have the moon, and there's nothing more cloudy than that. There is something clouding your judgment here in January, that you, honestly, looking at this whole reading, I'm not worried about it, because you seem to find these problems and tackle them and move on to the next one, and just, you're like, my God, pretty cool, Aries. So let's look at this now. Don't get freaked out, but this is the Raven. It says darkness looms on the horizon. So that is next December. So let's look at this. Let's look at this. So yeah, see, I was thinking about that, and this darkness may be something from the past. It looks like you in December are it says past, right? Suffering from the past. And I think that there is something that goes on in December here for you, Aries, that is dredged up. There is something you're thinking about in December from your past that brings some darkness to your vibe here. It just does. It seems to be very very cerebral. That's the word I want to look at. It's a cerebral feeling. It's something, it's sometimes we go through moments of time where we're living from a situation that we've lost, or a situation that caused us pain, and we go through it. Now, this doesn't encompass your whole next year or anything. This is December, and it could be anything. You know, anything could have happened to trigger this, but you are triggered in December. You're triggered. Something has triggered this memory. Something has triggered a memory from your past. But getting back to your year as I see it, you are fearless and bold for sure, okay? And I would not worry at all about any of this. This is a beautiful reading. I wish this was my reading. I wish you a beautiful, happy New Year, Aries. Namaste.